official 198.5 pounds. In his 39-fight pro MMA career, his high-flying style earned him the name of Showtime. The former UFC lightweight and former WEC lightweight champion of the world, making his professional boxing debut. Born, bred, and repping Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Anthony Showtime Pettis. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing green with blue and gold trim on the scale, he registered an official 199.25 pounds. In his Hall of Fame professional career, he has compiled a record of 66 victories against only 9 losses, 47 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former middleweight, former super middleweight, former light heavyweight, and former heavyweight champion of the world. Y'all must have forgot, from Pensacola, Florida, Roy Jones Jr.
We're like, yeah, it's me. I'm here.
Okay, you receive your pre-fight instructions. Keep it clean. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, and good luck to both of you.
Anthony Pettis said, don't try to force the knockout. I want smart and strategic exchanges. Roy Jones Jr. said in our fighter meeting, I want a very measured start, work off of angles, and then start to land my right hand. The bell, round number 1. Green trunks for Roy Jones Jr., black trunks for Anthony Pettis. And there's that very measured start from Roy Jones Jr. Pettis on the jab, jab to the body. Hook from Anthony Pettis. Snap jab from Jones.
A decent jab from Roy. He's got some speed on it.
Double jab from Pettis. Jab right back from Jones. On the hook, see that high, tight guard of Roy Jones Jr. Leaping hook from Jones.
The cool part about when you see Roy in the ring, even though you don't see him as he was when he was in his 20s and 30s, you just see him, and it's like you see flashes of who he is, you know what I'm saying?
On the jab. Pettis on the double jab to the body. Hook from Jones, not fully through. Well defended by Pettis. 135 remaining, round number 1. Scheduled for 8 in the cruiserweight division. This is, of course, our main event of the evening. Jab to the body from Roy Jones Jr. That was slick. He feinted that to the head. Hard feint from Pettis.
And even though Roy is 54, it's actually advantageous for him to make this a long, drawn-out fight. Don't forget, these are 3-minute rounds, and Anthony Pettis, that's not the school he comes from, you know? So the longer this fight goes, I think it actually favors Roy Jones.
You just saw Bellator fighter Sergio Pettis in the corner of his brother Anthony Pettis. A jab from Anthony Pettis. 50 seconds remaining, round 1. Jones missing the 1-2. Good pull back from Pettis. 40 seconds remaining, round 1. Very measured from both fighters' right hand.
A little grin right there from Roy, just to let Pettis know nothing's getting in. You're not going to hit me tonight. And that's what I always say, like, you got to read the body language along with the punches that are coming and things like that. The body language will tell you a lot about what you're doing and what you're not going to be able to do.
Pettis jab to the body, right hand, left hand. Final seconds, round number 1. Feint from Jones. 3-punch explosion in from Pettis. Next stop, round 2.
If you're Anthony Pettis, just keep going. Because Roy's gonna cover up and he's gonna let you, I guess for the sake of words, tire yourself out. You're like almost half this man's age. Just keep going. It's gonna work, something's gonna get through. And at the least, you allow hustle Roy Jones and you'll win a decision. But if you allow him to stand on the ropes and block and you say, hey, nothing's getting in, I'm gonna let it go, you'll never get anywhere against Roy Jones.
Round number 2. See the sportsmanship, the touch of hands. Absolutely no animosity between these fighters coming into this bout. Left hand from Pettis. Stiff jab from Jones. Jones so clever with his striking guard. Showtime Sean, hands so high.
Yeah, hands high. You don't know when the punches are coming, and then he's popping out a fast, quick jab as well. Some of them are landing, most of them are not. But now he's changed the complexion of the fight. First round, he laid on the ropes, laid back, and now he's trying to inching up on Anthony Pettis. Just gonna give a little mental pressure to Anthony Pettis, so to speak.
Jab from Jones. That jab not there. And his jab to the body. Pettis then doubling his jab to the head. 1 minute gone, round 2.
Funny thing is, you would think getting in the ring with the 54-year-old man, even though he was one of the greatest, it can't be that bad. But when he changes his style, and you don't have a style to go to, what do you do?
Right to the body.
Someone should have told, and Anthony Pettis' corner should have told him, for the first 3 rounds of this fight, you live at the body. Break this man's body, break his ribs, make him feel old. Go to the body. That's how you get to Roy's head.
Jones now coming forward off the 1. 1-2-1 right back from Pettis. 70 seconds remaining, round 2. On the jab.
Yep, get to the body.
Jones on the jab. Smile on the face of Roy Jones Jr. as he took that right hook from Pettis to the body. Hard feint from Pettis with the right hand. Jab right back to the body.
Nice
Clever turn, left hand.
There you go. Now you got to just be creative. In some cases, invent some things. But that creativity like that right there opened up Roy Jones. It was something Pettis hadn't tried in 2 rounds now.
25 seconds remaining, round 2. Pettis missing with that lead left hook.
You know, I see that Showtime right there just staring me in the eyes. I don't like it.
There's the right hook on the turn. I can't think of any other Showtimes in sports. Big shot there.
Big shot there from Roy.
Just you and Pettis.
Yeah.
That is the end of round 2.
Nice work from both gentlemen this round. Saw some creativity from Anthony Showtime Pettis. And going to the body, that is the most crucial thing that Pettis can do at this point in the fight, is go to the body. That right hand right there, biggest punch landed through the course of this entire fight. I got it a tie game so far.
Round number 3. That is back to the jab. Right back from Roy Jones Jr. 3-2 entry from Anthony Pettis, though, hooked in the right hands.
The most important thing for Roy is to manage his energy, manage his emotion, manage his mentality through the course of this entire fight. If you're Anthony Pettis, you have to attack that. How you attack that? Put some pressure on Roy and force Roy to get uncomfortable. Right now, Roy is just too comfortable.
Jones holding center ring, left hook, left hand, not through that high, tight, educated guard of Roy Jones Jr., leaping left hook.
Classic left hook from Roy.
1:55 remaining, round 3. Pettis jab to the body. Walk down pressure now from Anthony Showtime Pettis. Left hook, right hand. 3-punch combination.
This is the pressure I'm talking about. A little bit more. Just a little bit more than that. Doesn't have to be roughhousing up on him, up on him, up on him. But stay in Roy's face and keep those hands out. Even if you're not throwing them, keep them out like you're gonna throw them. Throw some feints in there. I like to see more activity from Pettis.
Step in right hand from Jones. That was slick on the duck under. Stiff jab. Right hands. Roy Jones Jr. trying to turn up the pressure. Pettis trying to turn the pressure up right back. Up to the body.
I talked about Pettis being creative. Now we see Roy getting creative, starting to open up, throw some more punches, body and head.
The right hand. Jones takes himself against the ring ropes.
Really good right hand landed by Pettis. Roy comes back with the uppercut.
Hard into the clinch. 35 seconds remaining, round 3. There's a quick separation from referee Benji Esteves. Jones, you see, measuring, trying to bait in Anthony Pettis. Jones on the jab, Pettis right to the body. Pettis again to the body. That is the end of round 3. You just heard the seconds out whistle. Our main event, scheduled for 8 rounds. 54-year-old Roy Jones Jr. versus 36-year-old Anthony Pettis. Round number 4 underway. 1-2 from Pettis. And the double jab, jab right back from Jones.
I like the way Pettis started this round. He's punching the gloves. He's punching the arms. So what? Keep hitting them. You got to make Roy feel 54 years old. What does that mean? bang something. Bang the shoulders, bang the forearms, bang the gloves, make the gloves hit the head. Bang on his body. That's how you start to make him feel his age. There you go, like that right there.
Left hook not there from Jones. And the jab hook to the body into the clinch.
We had two fighters tonight, I said, look a lot like Roy. And you can see a lot of what they were doing. Roy is starting to open up and do some of those things. The lead right hook to the body. Also the jab hand down below the waist at points. And leaping in with that straight right. Also leaping in with the lead hook. There's that jab.
On the left hand. Jones right back to the one. Pettis hook to the body. Pettis trying to time the jab. Big 1-2 from Roy Jones Jr. Overhand right. Jones trying to sit down on that right hand left hook. Jones coming forward. Rear right uppercut. Suddenly, Roy Jones Jr. turning up the pressure on Anthony Pettis here in round 4. 1:10 remaining in this 4th round. Hook to the body.
Welcome this, Pettis. Welcome the firefight. Welcome the exchanges. Because you might luck up and land something big. Give the impression that Roy is getting the best of you. Let Roy get even more comfortable than he already is. Get those hands down a lot like he is right now. These are the kind of moments that Pettis should have been preparing for.
Short right hand.
There's a nice hook landed by Pettis right there, too.
Left hook right hand. Pettis now coming forward. Off the double jab, Anthony Pettis. 20 seconds remaining, round 4. Very slight swelling under Pettis' left eye. Entry right hand from Anthony Pettis. That was clever. Jones looking for the rear right bolo punch. Oh. Left hook from Roy Jones Jr.
Big hook landed right there by Roy.
We are through 4 rounds. We start round number 5. That is double jab. 1-1-2 from Anthony Showtime Pettis. On the left hook. Jab right back from Roy Jones Jr. Pettis hard on the feint jab to the body.
We're halfway through this fight now. So if anything, Pettis, just turn it up, be active. Don't allow yourself to get hit with punches like that. And even your activity, even though you may not be landing clean, is enough. I think at this point, it's about getting out of here with a decision, not knocking out Roy, not making this big statement in Milwaukee because you're home, but just getting out of this ring with a debut win. Doesn't matter who the opposition is, you want to win your debut.
It's extremely well said, Showtime Sean. Jones takes that right hand from Pettis, then gives the left shovel hook to the body right back. Extended jab from Jones. 1:40 remaining, round 5. Overhand right into the clinch. Esteves telling Pettis, watch your head on the entry. There's the jab from Pettis, jab right back from Jones.
Good right hand to the body from Pettis. And then some sort of defense so that you don't get hit back.
Big exhale from Roy Jones Jr., center of the ring. On the hook. See the heavy front shoulder feints from Jones. Left hook to the body from Roy Jones Jr. 45 seconds remaining, round 5. Pettis on the overhand right. 3-punch combination. Pettis leaping left hook.
That left hook just missed.
Left hook from Jones. Flick jab from Roy Jones Jr. 25 seconds to go, round 5. To the inside.
I like it. I mean, a step off, something different to make your opponent react. Good exchange right there.
Jones on the left hook. There is the bell. We are through 5 rounds.
We got Roy up. That's the very end of the round right there. This is what I thought. But you see Roy just comfortable. That hand is where it used to be. And I think Anthony is just giving him too much space and allowing him to be comfortable. From Anthony Pettis, I'm trying 2 things right now. I'm trying to either retreat and counterpunch, or I'm going forward and being so aggressive that it gets on Roy's nerves. That it frustrates Roy, that it starts to wear Roy down mentally.
The bell, round number 6. Roy Jones Jr. versus Anthony Pettis.
Anthony Pettis, here's an analogy. You got to be the puppy that's hanging out with the old dog. You know how the puppy just runs around, is jumping, is everywhere, biting on the puppy, biting on the dog and all that. And the old dog's just like, yo, leave me alone. I've had enough. I used to do that. I'm done with that. You got to remind Roy that he doesn't belong here. And Anthony has to take control and start doing that, start showing himself to be alive, a lot of energy. And I think that's too much for Roy to keep up with.
Left hook from Roy Jones Jr. Missed them with the left uppercut. Pettis blocked that left hook well. Like jab again from Jones. Rear clinch in this fight, right back out of the clinch. Pettis, Jones to the body. Pettis with the right hook to the head. Double jab from Anthony Pettis. Jab right back from Jones. 1:45 remaining in round number 6. You see the supreme confidence Showtime shot of Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
To stand with your left hook down, your chin exposed against Anthony Pettis.
Yeah. And that, again, body language, that's Roy's way of letting Anthony Pettis know there's nothing you can do. You're in the ring with one of the greatest, and you don't have what it takes. And right now, he's showing that to be true.
There's a right to the body from Pettis. Big right hand from Pettis. Jones backs off.
Gotta keep going.
Wicked right hand thrown by Roy Jones Jr., and that landed. There's the right hand from Pettis. What you still see, Sean, from Roy Jones Jr. is the creativity.
Yeah. And that just comes from so many years of being in this game. that experience. He's just so comfortable that he's willing to do whatever it takes. Big punch landed right there by Anthony Pettis.
I don't think that Roy Jones Jr. has ever fully received the credit for being such a smart, cerebral fighter, because he is such a talented fighter.
Yeah, I think the talent will overshadow the intelligence that Roy has always had. And I think that now what he's doing is he's extending that intelligence to his other fighters.
Jab from Jones. Pettis overhand right, counter left hook from Roy Jones Jr. There is the bell. Next stop, round 7. Round number 7 underway. Sean, how are you seeing this on your unofficial scorecard?
My unofficial scorecard, I got it 4 rounds to 2 in favor of Roy. I think that if Anthony has a strong finish, something could change, even with him picking it up and being more offensive and defensive and things like that. But at the least, he could pull out the draw. But I think that Roy has been in control even when being defensive. I think that Roy has landed the cleaner shots through the course of each round that I've given to Roy.
Full credit to Anthony Pettis. He has definitely landed to Roy Jones Jr.'s body, but even at age 54, Roy Jones Jr. is so difficult to be caught flush to his head.
Yep. Like a catcher's glove. At some point, it's just broken in, and there's nothing you can do to the body, you know?
Step in right hand from Jones. It's that high, tight striking guard, but that just doesn't work for most professional boxers, even high-level professional boxers.
Yeah, you're right. It takes a long time to develop a way of being able to be defensive like this and then offensive when you want to be. A style that I would never dare to use because that just wasn't my way of fighting.
Roy Jones Jr. now coming forward. Right hand, overhand right from Anthony Pettis.
What's that punch in MMA? They call it, is that flying punch? What is that called?
A Superman punch?
Superman punch. I like to see some of that at this point. It sounds wild, it sounds crazy, but that's what you need against Roy. You need something wild, you need something crazy. That overhand right that just landed by Anthony Pettis, a punch that Roy didn't expect. You got to do stuff that Roy doesn't expect at this point.
There's the right to the body from Pettis.
Little bit of blood coming out of the left nostril of Pettis.
Pettis coming forward, left hook.
And this is round 7, and Roy looks a little sharper than he did earlier in the fight.
Full credit to Anthony Pettis. He has never looked intimidated. He has never looked awestruck.
No. I've not seen that. Maybe a little hesitant, but who wouldn't be against Roy in a ring with no headgear on?
Just like I think everyone on the planet,
wow.
Anthony Pettis is an unabashed fan of Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
And he has not been caught in that fan syndrome in this fight. Pettis is definitely having his moments. Roy Jones Jr. definitely having his moments. There's a moment for Pettis, the left hand. Jones with the left hook. Big shots to the bell. We move to the 8th and final round.
This right here, the chasing, that was the kind of energy I expected to see from Anthony early on in this fight, but that right there is what Anthony needs in exchange. A moment to land a big punch. He chased Roy down, Roy comes right back. Now we got an exchange, right hand land, right there. He should have created more moments like that through the course of this fight.
Well, dare I say, Anthony Pettis is putting on one of the best pro boxing debuts ever. But of course, Anthony Pettis, truly one of the greatest 155-pound fighters in the history of pro MMA. Lightweight champion for both the UFC and WEC. Facing Roy Jones Jr., truly one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers of all time. World titles at 160, 168, 175, and heavyweight. We're in the cruiserweight division for this, our main event. 8th and final round. Leaping left hook from Roy Jones Jr. Left hook again from Jones.
Another thing that Pettis doesn't have, or at least I don't think he has, is that internal clock of a 3-minute round. And so Roy, look to see Roy kind of step it up, like probably every 30 seconds, he'll do a little bit more. I love to see Anthony be able to do that. I just don't know if he has the ability to, because this isn't his normal arena.
Sean, that's an outstanding point, because for the Pettis internal clock, it's set at 5 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. So, you know, it's just a little harder for him to really fill out each round and at what point in each round he actually is in.
Made from Pettis. Looking to jab to the body. Couldn't find that punch. Goes again on the hook. Left hand from Roy Jones Jr. On the roll through, then the right hand off balance. Go back to what Roy Jones Jr. said in our fighter meeting. He said, I am quote unquote an angle master. That is extremely true.
Yes.
And he said it with no hint of arrogance. It's just simply fact.
Yeah. I mean,
big right hand from Jones.
Slip, create the angle, uppercut lands, just like that. And then what I say, we're at 1:22, and here's the step up. That's another thing we talk about in the boxing game is gears. You got to go from gear 1 to gear 2 to gear 3 to gear 4. What kind of car are you? If you're a Corvette, you got 8 gears. Roy used to have 8. Where's he at now? Is he a 6-cylinder now? Where's he at now?
When I win world titles, I will comment on that.
Roy used to have 10 gears, huh?
Pettis coming forward. On the right hand. Left to the body from Roy Jones Jr. 40 seconds remaining in our main event. Both fighters looking for one more significant sequence. Pettis on the underhook, gets the separation from referee Benji Esteves, who's done an outstanding job as a referee letting our main event flow. Almost no stop-start in this fight. Up jab from Jones. Clean 1-2 from Pettis. 1-1-2 from Anthony Pettis on the entry. Roy Jones Jr. putting his back against the ropes, throws that right hand. Overhand left, Pettis to the body. Swing and a miss from Roy Jones Jr. That is the end of the fight.
Roy was a little light right there at the end. I gotta point it out. He's a little light right there at the end. Very good fight by both gentlemen.